Hey there, I'm Trisha Rose Burt, and in this podcast, we talk to artists who show us how to find the courage to take risk, step out of our comfort zones, and use our creativity to make our work and change our world. Pay close attention because this is no time to be timid. So I must tell you that I went to go see Bruce Springsteen at the TD Bank Garden. Now, Bruce Springsteen is the soundtrack of my life. I listened to Born to Run all through high school. And then when I went to college, I lived in Tampa, Florida. I went to school in Nashville, Tennessee. At the start of every semester, Hetty, Lynn, and I would get in Hetty's little tiny Fiat, cram in there, drive 12 hours because we could to school. And when we hit Monteagle, which was the mountain 2 hours outside of Nashville, we would put in Darkness on the Edge of Town, and we would blast that for the last 2 hours of the drive, singing like crazy, most specifically Badlands. So this, Bruce Springsteen is just like in my DNA. He's just great driving music. He's just been a part of my life since as long as I've been here. So I try to see him as often as I can. Not as much as my friend who has just seen Fish 100 times, which is a very devoted fan. But I saw Bruce Springsteen in Dublin, Ireland. I saw him about a decade ago at the Garden in Boston again. And this year, I'm like, I'm not going to miss this guy. He's 76 years old. I'm not going to miss it. So I get my sweet little Irish husband to come with me who, he's Irish. He doesn't have this whole like American Bruce Springsteen thing, but he's game and he's going. So we go to the Garden. Now, I bought these tickets at the last minute. So I will tell you, I've never been so far away from a stage in my entire life. Like, we were the second to the last row in the Boston Garden, which holds a lot of people, but it wasn't a big deal. Everybody was game, and they have those monitors, those great big monitors, so you could see Bruce, huge. Bruce himself on stage was a little tiny person, but I got to see, you could see everything. You didn't miss anything. And the crowd we were just so into it. And I said to my husband, I am going to embarrass you because I am going to be up. I'm going to be dancing through this whole thing. And then at one point, the crowd camera comes on, and they only turn it on one time in the whole show. The crowd camera comes on, and I'm like, hey, that's section 307 where we're sitting. And my husband's yanking on me going, you're on the big screen. So it was just like a big moment for me to be part of Bruce Springsteen's concert. He's 76 years old and sang for 3 hours nonstop. Okay. While he was singing, I couldn't help thinking about the No Time to Be Timid Manifesto, because I think a lot about the No Time to Be Timid Manifesto, and he's checking off all of them. But one of the main ones he's checking off is that creativity is not a frivolous pursuit. This whole man's life has been about making music, telling stories, making connection, listening to people, being empathetic, and he's doing it all through his craft. He's been doing this for over 50 years. He knows the importance of creativity and making it happen. The other thing that he checked off is the riskiest thing you can do is play it safe. He has been really speaking against power and authority and injustice since the 1980s. And he knows that he's going to alienate some people, and other people he's going to get on board. So he's not worried about offending anybody. He is doing what is true and right and feels important to him. And he gets that word out there. And then the last thing that I was really so struck by is because I had bird's eye view on the very back of this, arena, is that there's courage in community. People were going berserk, and he was rising everyone up and calling us to be the best we could be. And we were all able to do that in this community. So it was a really powerful experience for me. Also, again, he's 76, 3 hours without stopping. So if I ever feel like, oh, I'm too tired or I'm too old or whatever, buck up. I just need to find the energy, move forward, and be like Bruce. At the beginning of the concert, Bruce said these words: we call upon the righteous power of art, of music, of rock and roll in these dangerous times. And he had me on board as soon as he said that, because that's what we're all about here at the No Time to Be Timid podcast and YouTube channel, is to give people the courage to put their work out there, their voice out there, to express themselves, to help put more beauty and courage into the world. And if you are interested in more content like this, I encourage you to check out my YouTube channel. We've got lots of videos, a bunch of back episodes of the podcast, and we're going to be introducing a new season in the fall. So make sure you check that out. And remember, in the meantime, that this is no time to be timid. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at podcast@trisharoseburt.com. And if you liked this episode, please share it with one other person that you think will enjoy it. Then maybe talk to them about the parts that resonate. It really helps build our audience. And remember, this is no time to be timid. No Time to Be Timid is written and produced by me, Trisha Rose Burt. Our episodes are produced and scored by Adam Arnone of Echo Finch. And our executive producers are Amy Grant, Nancy Perot, and Sage Wheeler. I'd also like to thank contributors to my Fractured Atlas fiscal sponsorship, which helps make this podcast happen. No Time to Be Timid is a presentation of No Time to Be Timid Productions.
You can change yourself and change the world. It's no time to be timid if you haven't heard. You can find what's true, that's what you deserve.